Alright, what it do, y'all? This your boy Pat, and I'm doing a guest video for my ape brother, Jim the Ape, who's going on vacation right now because he needs to get away from the SJW bullshit that's been driving him ape motherfucking yet. And I don't blame him, but he's asked people like me to do guest spots to keep his fans and his subscribers, happy. So I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna do my damnedest not to fuck his channel up. Because Jim, you already know me. I'm unpredictable. You never know what I'm gonna talk about. You never know if I'm gonna pop up or Psycho Rick's gonna take over. But he's like, yeah, cool, dude. Just do whatever you want. All right. Your funeral, Rambe. But without further ado, let's do this, bitches. All right, what it do, y'all? Now, it's no secret. I don't like snowflakes. Whether they're feminists, SJWs, Black Lives Matter, and I definitely can't stand those fucking trans trenders. They are the worst of the worst. Be the first ones talking about everybody is transphobic, and definitely be the ones going after if they're like a cis white male. They want to say that trans people have the greatest risk of being killed, and especially places like here in America, Canada, Australia. It's like that community, they claim to be all for trans people's rights, but certain stories they'll look at and they will turn the other cheek. They'll be like Smugly Puff, didn't see nothing. Tonight I'm going to be talking about one of those stories about a woman by the name of Raina Aliev. Hope I'm saying her name right, as you see right here, who I just read today, according to this story right here on the Daily Mail. This is a transgender woman who in Russia was hacked to death simply for being trans. Now, the full story, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and read it for yourself. But in a nutshell, it's basically like this, Raina, who was born as Adam Aliev, she had a sex change operation in Moscow. And after the sex change operation, she married her love named Victor. And what basically happened is like after she married Victor and she had this sex change, her family found out, and her father basically, and he went on TV basically with a plea that just said, that he disowned Raina, he doesn't want to see her anymore, and he basically put out something that they called Punam, I think, which is basically giving like the Muslim community permission to kill his own son, his own transgender daughter. He basically gave them permission to go out there and kill this woman. And it was like, according to the article right here, several days later, they found Raina dead. And they have a picture of it, but it's blurred out because it's so graphic. But it's like they literally, according to this article right here, it's like they hacked her to death beyond recognition. And it's just really screwed up because see, these are the type of stories that trans people in the United States, Canada, and Australia, and these first world countries, they be sitting right here, we talking about what they be going through. And it's like anytime uh, a trans person, especially here in America, Canada, or like I said, in these first world countries, anytime a trans person gets killed, you got activists, you got YouTube people left and right talking about it. Especially if that person is killed by white male, oh, it's on then. They will be left and right. I mean, you got protests, you got marches, you got signs, you got people on YouTube just, calling for the person's head, talking about, oh, trans people, I'm saying, trans right, trans people are oppressed, trans people need to be recognized, and all this right here and everything. But here you have a transgender female whose family disowned her simply because, I'm saying they're Muslim, so they live by the Islamic religion, and we all know how it is when it comes to the Islam, that when it comes to homosexuals and things like that, they think that they're the epitome of evil and they must be purged, they must be dealt with, they must be taken out. And that's exactly what happened right here. But you know what really trips me out? All these first world trans people, LGBT members, and all these special snowflakes and shit like that, ain't none of them said shit. I mean, where are your Milo Stewarts? Where are your Riley J's? Where are your Ashley Mardells? Where are your Dakotas? Where are your Smugly Puffs? Where are any of these special trans trending snowflakes right now who are always quick to talk, about, oh, trans people are always under threat. But here you have a trans woman right now who was killed in Russia simply because, her parents gave it the okay to take her out. Simply because she was trans and she married her lover, which was a man. Where are y'all? Why ain't nobody said anything? I'll tell you why. Because you motherfuckers are full of shit. You're quick to talk when it's somebody who you can bully, who you can berate, who you can get away with it. But when it comes to talking about this right here, especially when it comes to talking about Muslim, I'm saying, and Islamic culture and things like that, you motherfuckers are so quick to bow down and kowtow. We talking about, ooh, Islam is a religion of peace. My thing is like this: you motherfuckers are scared to talk about this because you motherfuckers are scared of Islam. That's why you're quick to bow down, kowtow to it, and most of all, kiss. I'm saying, that narrative's ass because you're afraid of it. And it's sad that it takes somebody like me to recognize this beautiful transgender person who was not at all, according to this article, doing anything wrong, but just following their heart. See, these are the type of transgender people I like right here, They just want to live their lives. They're not trying to force their transgenderness. They're not trying to force people to, call them by their pronouns and treat them special simply because they're trans. And if they don't, whine and act like the little babies that you see right here in the first world countries. This person simply, I'm saying, felt like a woman, transitioned to a woman, and married the person she loved. But her family, who I'm saying, who are in this who are in these Muslim, I'm saying, in these Muslim countries and things like that, who were raised up in this Muslim culture, didn't like that. Didn't like the fact that their son, who transitioned over to a female, did this. Oh, it was an insult to them. It was an insult, I'm saying, to the Muslim, to the Muslim community. He had to be taken out. And somebody went out there and literally killed this person just for that reason. And like I said, where are you LGBT snowflakes? Where are you motherfuckers that are always, talking about, oh, transgenders, trans people need to be, their stories need to be told. Their stories need to be out there. I bet you anything. Even after I put this out here, none of you motherfuckers will say anything about this. Y'all will sweep this story under the rug. Even though you got people like the Daily Mail, Sun, Express, all these social media sites, talking about it. It's out there for you to see. But I already know you snowflakes are not going to talk about it. Because in the end, you're full of shit. So if you really, really cared about transgender people, transgenders' rights, and transgender stories, you would talk about this. But I already know y'all. And that's why I say you trending snowflake motherfuckers make me sick. But anyway, this your boy Pat saying, Jim, I hope I didn't fuck your channel up, but 9 times I did, and if I do, I'm sorry. If there's anything, you can come, you can do a guest video on my channel, and you can fuck it up even worse. But anyway, man, peace out, y'all. Stay sweet.